Imagine this. One morning, you're just heading out the door, but something feels different. Your legs feel heavy, maybe even a little shaky. Halfway down the stairs, you reach for the handrail and pause. Not because you're lazy, but because your body is whispering that something's not quite right. According to the CDC, every 11 seconds, an older adult is hospitalized due to a fall. And most of the time, it's not because they tripped. It's because their leg muscles have slowly and silently weakened. That strength we once took for granted fades quietly until one day it's no longer there when we need it. But the fall itself, that's not always the scariest part. What truly shakes us is what comes after. The loss of confidence, the loss of independence, and sometimes the loss of freedom. But here's the good news. This isn't something you have to just accept. Weak legs aren't a life sentence. And strength, it doesn't always start at the gym. Sometimes it begins at your kitchen table. You might be surprised by what's been hiding in your pantry and how it could completely change the way you move, stand, and walk. In today's video, I'll share 4 simple, affordable foods that support your legs, your balance, and your confidence from the inside out. And I'll introduce you to a few real people, like Maria, Jose, and Carmen, who made small changes and found their strength again. But first, leave a comment below. Where are you watching from today? And while you're here, don't forget to hit subscribe and tap the little bell icon so you never miss a gentle, science-backed tip to help you stay strong, steady, and independent. Let's get started. Food 1, seaweed. Yep, that slippery green stuff floating around in your miso soup. I know, it might not look like much, and it definitely doesn't scream superfood. But if your knees have been creaking lately, or if going up the stairs takes a little more effort than it used to, that's not just aging, it's your body sending you a quiet message. Your joints and bones are asking for something: hydration, nourishment, and a chance to rebuild. The good news is, seaweed is packed with joint-loving nutrients. It's rich in natural calcium that your body absorbs easily, helping keep bones strong as you age. It also provides iodine to support thyroid function, which plays a big role in how your body repairs bone and tissue. And perhaps most important, it contains fucoidone and laminarin, natural anti-inflammatory compounds that help protect the cartilage in your joints and keep them moving smoothly. Now, not all seaweed is the same, and that's actually a good thing. Different varieties bring different benefits. Wakame is often used in soups and is especially rich in calcium. Kombu, with its deep flavor, contains compounds that support digestion and bone health. Sea lettuce, a bright green type, is high in magnesium and iron, both important for muscle and joint function. And among brown seaweeds, kelp stands out as one of the richest sources of fucoidone, a powerful joint-supporting compound. One nutrition study from 2021 suggested that women over 60 who ate seaweed 2 to 3 times per week had bone density up to 16% higher compared to those who didn't. That doesn't mean seaweed is a miracle fix, but it does suggest this gentle food could be playing a very real role in bone health. Let me tell you about Maria. She's a 70-year-old retired yoga teacher who came to me with stiff knees and a quiet frustration that she was losing her ability to move freely. She wasn't ready for surgery, and supplements had made her feel bloated in the past. So we kept it simple: warm miso soup with wakame a few times a week. That was it. 2 months later, she smiled and said, "I did a gentle stretch today that I haven't done in 5 years." She wasn't trying to feel 30 again. She just wanted her freedom back. So how do you make seaweed part of your week without turning your kitchen upside down? It's easier than you think. Toss a handful of dried wakame or sea lettuce into hot soup. It softens in minutes. Sprinkle seaweed flakes over a salad for a salty, satisfying crunch. Or try wrapping sautéed vegetables in a sheet of kombu or nori for a light, nutritious bite. Just a heads up, if you have a thyroid condition or take thyroid medication, check with your doctor before eating seaweed regularly. It's naturally high in iodine, and while that's a benefit for most people, it needs to be balanced for some. Here's a little trick I often share with my clients. When you make seaweed broth, add a few slices of fresh ginger and a splash of sesame oil. It warms the digestion, boosts flavor, and may even help with nutrient absorption. So next time you pass by seaweed at the store and think, that's not for me, just remember, you don't need a prescription to move better. Sometimes healing starts with a simple bowl of soup. Food 2, chickpeas. You've probably seen them 100 times. Those small, beige, round beans hiding in the back of your pantry, maybe tossed into a salad or mashed into hummus at a party. But don't let their humble appearance fool you. Chickpeas may be tiny, but they pack a punch when it comes to keeping your legs strong and steady. You know, as we age, muscle loss, especially in the legs, creeps in quietly. It's called sarcopenia, and it affects nearly 1 in 3 people over 60. By the time we feel unsteady or easily tired, the damage is often well underway. But the good news is, it's not permanent, and simple foods like chickpeas can help fight back. These little legumes are loaded with plant-based protein, which your body uses to rebuild muscle fibers and prevent further loss. They're also rich in vitamin B6, which supports your nervous system, helping your brain communicate clearly with your legs and feet. And then you've got iron and magnesium, a duo that boosts energy and helps muscles contract and recover properly. Together, they form a solid foundation for stronger legs and better balance. According to a 2019 study from a research group in Spain, older adults who included chickpeas in their diet 3 times a week showed a noticeably slower rate of muscle loss compared to those who didn't. That's not just good news. It's a real sign of how food can change function. I remember working with Jose, a 74-year-old grandfather who came to me after a string of minor stumbles. He wasn't frail, just tired and unsteady. He didn't want medications or extreme workouts. He just wanted to feel solid on his feet again. So we added half a cup of chickpeas to his weekly meals, in soups, tossed into grain bowls, or roasted with herbs as a snack. After just 5 weeks, his energy was up, his legs steadier, and he even started joining his grandson on short walks again. The food didn't just strengthen his muscles, it gave him back a piece of his life. To start seeing results, I recommend about 1/2 cup of cooked chickpeas, 2 to 3 times per week. That's around 125 grams. Easy to measure and even easier to enjoy. Need ideas? Add chickpeas to a salad with cucumbers, parsley, and lemon. Simmer them in a stew with turmeric and garlic for a cozy dinner. Or roast them in the oven with olive oil and paprika. They get crispy, nutty, and surprisingly addictive. Some people notice a little gas or bloating at first. That's normal. It just means your gut is waking up. If you're using dried chickpeas, soak them overnight with a pinch of baking soda, then rinse and cook. Or go with low-sodium canned versions and rinse well before using. Here's a bonus tip. Try adding chickpeas to your lunch instead of dinner. It gives your body time to digest and use the nutrients when you're still active during the day. So next time you see that lonely can of chickpeas in your pantry, don't overlook it. Strong, stable legs might just start with 1 scoop of those tiny, mighty beans. Because aging may slow us down, but it doesn't mean we can't grow strong again, 1 chickpea at a time. Now, while chickpeas help us stay strong through the day, food 3, pumpkin seeds may be the secret to staying comfortable through the night. If you've ever had a sharp leg cramp jolt you awake at 3 a.m., you know how frustrating and painful a navaima it can be. And you're not alone. Nighttime leg cramps, twitching calves, or that restless feeling in your legs are incredibly common as we age. It's often brushed off as dehydration, but for many older adults, it goes deeper. It's about nerve signals misfiring, muscles overreacting, and key minerals running low. That's where pumpkin seeds come in. Those small green seeds you might have scooped out of a jack-o'-lantern or seen in the bulk aisle. They're surprisingly powerful, especially when it comes to muscle relaxation and nerve-muscle coordination. Pumpkin seeds are one of nature's richest sources of magnesium, a mineral that helps relax muscles and prevent sudden cramps. They also contain zinc, which plays a role in tissue repair and immune support, important for recovery. And let's not forget the healthy fats and antioxidants packed inside, which help reduce inflammation in joints and nerves, and may even support better circulation in the lower legs. According to a small study in Spain from 2020, Older adults who ate pumpkin seeds regularly showed noticeable improvement in nighttime leg cramps. That's not a miracle. That's magnesium doing its job. I remember one of my clients, Carmen, a vibrant 68-year-old who had suffered from night cramps for years. She tried warm baths, stretching, even banana smoothies before bed. Nothing worked. When we looked at her diet, magnesium was nowhere to be found. So we added just 2 tablespoons of roasted, unsalted pumpkin seeds every afternoon around 4 p.m. Within 3 weeks, she started sleeping through the night. After 6, the cramps were nearly gone. She told me, "I forgot what it felt like to wake up rested." And honestly, that's something you can't put a price on. If you want to try it for yourself, start with about 2 tablespoons a day. That's roughly 30 grams. Timing matters too. I usually recommend having them between 3 and 5 p.m., so your body has time to absorb the nutrients before bedtime. They're easy to work into your day. Sprinkle them over a warm bowl of oatmeal, toss them into a veggie stir fry, or just enjoy them plain and roasted as an afternoon snack. Want to boost the benefits? Pair them with a few slices of kiwi or a piece of dark chocolate. Both can help improve magnesium absorption. If you have dental issues or sensitive digestion, no worries. You can try ground pumpkin seeds or even pumpkin seed butter, which spreads easily on toast or apple slices. From my own work with older clients, I've seen that cramps at night are often the body's way of saying, "Hey, I'm missing something." And more often than not, that something is magnesium. So the next time you're tossing and turning, remember this. Relief might not come from a prescription, but from a handful of seeds before sunset. Because sometimes strong nights begin with smart afternoons. And a full night's rest doesn't just make you stronger. It makes the whole next day feel easier. And finally, food 4, avocado. You might think of it as that trendy toast topping for millennials, but trust me, this creamy green fruit has a lot more to offer, especially if your legs have ever felt a little disconnected from the rest of you. As we age, many people notice a strange feeling in their lower limbs. Tingling toes, numb calves, or that odd sensation like your legs are moving, but your brain isn't fully registering it. It's not just in your head. These are signs that your nerves aren't communicating properly with your muscles. The result? Slower reflexes, balance issues, and a greater risk of falls. Avocados are one of the best foods to support nerve health and restore that mind-body connection. They're loaded with monounsaturated fats, especially oleic acid, which help build and protect nerve cell membranes. The outer shell that allows messages from your brain to travel efficiently to your feet. They're also rich in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects delicate nerve endings from oxidative stress, a major culprit in age-related nerve decline. And don't forget potassium, which helps regulate fluid balance, prevent cramps, and support steady muscle function. According to a 2021 nutritional review, older adults who regularly included avocado in their weekly meals showed improved posture, steadier gait, and fewer stumbles, especially when standing from a chair or walking on uneven ground. Let me share a story that stuck with me. Miguel, a 79-year-old retired school teacher, came to me feeling deeply unsettled. "Sometimes it feels like my feet are walking, but I'm not really sure where they're going," he told me. He wasn't looking for pills. He just wanted to feel stable again, especially during walks with his grandson. We swapped out his sugary breakfast cereal for whole grain toast with mashed avocado, chia seeds, and a squeeze of lemon. That small change made a big impact. Within a month, he said, "I can feel the ground under my feet again." He felt more alert, more balanced, and most importantly, more confident. So how much should you eat? Start with 1/3 to 1/2 of an avocado about 3 to 4 times a week. It's rich, so a little goes a long way. There are plenty of easy ways to enjoy it. Spread it on toast with a sprinkle of sea salt and crushed walnuts. Dice it into a quinoa salad with leafy greens and roasted carrots. Or blend it into a smoothie with banana, almond milk, and a pinch of cinnamon for an afternoon boost. If you're on a potassium-restricted diet or managing kidney issues, check with your doctor first. Avocados are nutrient-dense, but moderation matters for some conditions. Here's a quick tip from my own kitchen. If you want to boost nerve protection even more, top your avocado with ground flaxseed or chopped almonds. It adds crunch and extra vitamin E and omega-3s. So next time you slice open an avocado, don't just think of it as breakfast. Think of it as brain fuel, because sometimes a simple slice of avocado is the first step towards steadier legs and a clearer, more connected mind. So there you have it. 4 everyday foods that can help rebuild strength, ease pain, and bring more balance back into your life. And the best part, you don't have to overhaul your whole diet. Just start small. Maybe you sprinkle some pumpkin seeds over your oatmeal this afternoon. Maybe tomorrow's breakfast includes a slice of toast with avocado. One tiny change at a time. That's how real transformation begins. From years of working with older adults, I've seen this truth again and again. When you nourish your legs, you nourish your independence. And when your body starts to feel stronger, your spirit follows. If you're still here, that tells me you're ready for a small change. And I'm cheering you on. So let me ask you, are you more of a savory breakfast person or a sweet afternoon snack? Tell me where you'll add these foods first. I'd love to hear your ideas. Drop a comment below. I read every single one. If this video gave you even one helpful idea, give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone you care about. Because feeling steady, strong, and confident should be something we all get to enjoy. Whether you're 60, 70, or well into your 80s, it's never too late to start. Tap subscribe, and let's keep walking forward. Together. Thanks for spending this time with me. And remember, every small bite you take today is a step toward walking stronger tomorrow. See you in the next one. We're just getting started.